Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Dante. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to this talk. This is very dramatic lighting. Honestly, I'm just trying to come up with a new fresh setup that kind of looks neat. And it's also like going on midnight. But I wanted to make a video because I haven't made one in 2 weeks. The last one I did was like 3 Sundays ago, whenever it was right before the stay-at-home order downtown came into effect. And I believe it was the county as well. I just want to have a candid, open conversation with you guys. And I really don't like the idea of social distancing. I haven't done it. But before you shame me in the comments or mass dislike and send this to your Facebook group so that you guys can hit me with like thousands of dislikes and really skew my ratio, I have been physically distancing. And what I mean by that is I've been minimizing my trips outside of the house. So grocery store, don't go there unless I absolutely need to, which I haven't. Whenever it comes to restaurants, supporting local business, I always do delivery or I do curbside. That's it. Or the no contact pickups or no contact drop-offs. That's it. I don't do anything more than that. So before you attack me, I have been practicing physical distancing, minimizing my contact with other people. But when it comes to the social aspect, I have not been doing that. And here's why I can't really vibe with the idea of social distancing, because not only am I just naturally an extrovert, so I love interacting with people and I thrive on interactions and building relationships that are meaningful. That's just who I am. On top of that, I think that communication and having a social community is more important than ever right now, because we're all going through it. Like, there is not a single person on this planet that is not, well, there are probably people that are just like, you know, living in Antarctica or something, but the overwhelming majority of people have not been affected or have been affected. What am I saying? They have been affected by COVID-19. So some people have been more impacted than others. For most of us, it's just been more like a disruption of our daily life. And we're kind of, there was an article that really phrased it well. We're kind of grieving the loss of everything that we knew as normal. I don't know if that's how they phrased it, but I knew the word grief was in there. But it is kind of how we feel, because everything that we typically did is now not normal practice. Now it's like, oh, wash your hands obsessively and make sure you don't touch surfaces, and then like, you know, touch your phone, your keys, your wallet, you know, your face, or rub your eyes or anything. It's really impacted everything. Everything is different right now, and it can be very overwhelming. Like, straight up, it can be overwhelming. And this is a point that I touched on in my last video, which I will float above if you want to check that out. It's kind of how the whole thing has been impacting our foot traffic here in downtown. It's very different. And this is an overwhelming thing, and even more so now than when I made that video. And that's actually one of the things that makes this overwhelming, is everything is happening so quickly. There are new developments. Like back then, New York was just getting a couple cases and it was like starting to spread. Now it's like the hotspot of the world. The world. And it's crazy to think that. And I've talked to people that are in New York, and they've kind of filled me in on like what's been going on there. And I mean, my thoughts and prayers go out to New York. I can't imagine what's going on up there. But for a lot of us that haven't been directly affected with the virus itself, like physically getting sick, it's been more of a disruption of a lifestyle, which is overwhelming because we're used to just doing what we want, hanging out with people. We don't really think about those things, but now it's like every action that we take outside of our own home and even in our own homes has to be like meticulously calculated. It's a lot of brain power. You have to really put thought into every action that you make, and it's tiring, you know? I feel like that's one of the most tiring things about this is you use so much thought, and you're constantly on, you're always on mentally, and it drains you. It really does. That's what I've noticed the past few weeks. Since I work in social media, one of the things that I really have to keep up with is what's going on with it, what people are saying, how people are reacting, and coming up with a strategy of how to, spread positivity and make light of the situation despite how crazy it is. So that's been one of the challenges, and that's been weighing on me as well. It didn't really hit me until I made that video 2 weeks ago. That's when this really started to weigh on me and really grab me mentally, is when I saw all those businesses that were closed or saying we don't know when we're going to be back, and seeing my friends talk about how they're going through it right now. That's when it really started to impact me. And I know this is completely disorganized and this is a ramble, but I just want to have a candid conversation, just you and me. That's it. So what I'm getting at is the social aspect needs to be there, because this is an overwhelming thing. We need community. We need to stick together, because together we can overcome it. And together, we're going to be the ones to come out on the other side of this. And if we can do it stronger, that'd be, of course, the better option. That'd be the best case scenario. And that's really what I would like, is that we all come out better from this, and this just becomes just another bump in history, because we're living through it. We're living through history. It's kind of weird to think about that, but we're living through history. And it's really weird to have this tone with my videos, but I just wanted to kind of get everything off my chest and let people know how I feel before I kind of jump back to normal content. I'm not typically one to talk about negative things, because I'm not a negative person, but I just want to be open and honest, because that's the kind of person I am too. I'm transparent. So in terms of everything that's been going on, I've kind of felt like, I don't know, it feels like things just aren't as fulfilling right now. And I think it's just because the face-to-face interaction isn't there. And this whole scenario has made me realize how important that is, and how much I need that. And I'm sure other people feel the same way, because I've had conversations with others and they've brought up good points as well. How they felt and what they've been going through. Like, some of them are like, I just need to talk to people. I miss human connection and being in person and having physical touch with somebody. And even that is something that we have to, over calculate in our heads right now. So I don't know. This is a lot. It's big. And honestly, it's exhausting. And that's okay, because it's a big thing. We're literally living through a global health crisis. And that's just how it is. That's how it is. And I hope that we can come out through this much stronger, much better, just much more awesome people. And I guess one of the things I want to touch on that kind of ties into coming out on the other side of this stronger is, I've seen a meme floating around where it's saying things like, oh, if you don't come out of this quarantine without a new skill or a new job or a new side hustle, what did you do? Don't listen to that, because look, I'm all for growth and development and making yourself a better person. And if you can get a side hustle, get a side hustle. I'm 100% for that. And I think everybody needs to, because I mentioned this in previous videos. I think you need to have multiple streams of income, because what if one disappears? YouTube right now, I already wasn't making much because I'm not a big channel, but now it's like nothing. That was a complete tangent. Like I was saying, if you don't come out of this with a new skill, a new side hustle or whatever, that's okay, because this is a big deal. Like, we're going through something wild right now. So if you want to sit down, play Animal Crossing, and that's your day, go for it. Just remember to take a walk, get some fresh air, and drink lots of water, I've been drinking water obsessively. So the main question is that I completely got on a huge, massive tangent from is, how am I keeping the social and social distancing and just physically distancing? How am I removing the social and then placing it into my life and keeping it there? So On Instagram specifically, I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been making a lot of stories, been making a lot of videos on there. I've been posting quite a bit more. I've been engaging with other people's content way more. And Instagram has just been a way easier platform to engage with for me. I mean, I'm not saying I'm leaving YouTube. I'm not quitting, obviously. YouTube is my love and my joy. But I gotta say, Instagram is way easier to get stuff done for. It just is. Because making a full-fledged production for YouTube is a completely different beast. And like setting it up SEO, thumbnails, making sure the title's catchy, getting the edits right for YouTube, it's different, okay? 2 different platforms. But what I've been doing is I've been creating a lot of content to kind of fulfill my social need. And then also another thing that I've been doing is I've been going live. I've been live streaming on there. So if you actually want to come hang out, talk to me live, just follow me on Instagram, link in the description below, or just go to instagram.com/originaldante or @originaldante. Boom. That's me on all platforms, by the way. But that's the main thing. I've been going live. I've been doing virtual happy hours. Like there was one recently with STL Bucket List. That was really cool. It was a lot of fun. Got to see the face behind that page, and it's one of my favorite content curation pages here in St. Louis. So that was nice. And then also I've just done one solo where I just talk about the cool things that are going on with people. That's it. That's completely it. And just talking about the positives and the wins of the week, you know, or the day. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's been a thing. And now just recently, as of the past couple days, I've been live streaming video game sessions as well with my friends. So if you know anything about this channel, if you've been here through it all, first of all, thank you. Because I think this is going on the 5th year that I've been on YouTube. In like December of this year, it'll be like year 5, which is kind of crazy to think about. This year, this channel has gone through so many themes that the St. Louis theme has only been alive for about 2-ish years. About 2 years, give or take. Actually, it might be a year and a half. But before that, I was actually just kind of like a basic vlogger, you know, simple. But then before that, I was actually a video game content creator. I made video game videos and Let's Plays, which some of them are actually still live on my channel. A lot of them are hidden right now, but I do have playlists so that if you want to binge all of it and see the cringe, you can just go to a playlist and find that. That's on my channel. So if you want to check out where I came from, you can find that too. But what I've been doing is I've been live streaming video game sessions with friends. And like we've been playing a lot of Mario Kart lately on the Switch because it's fun, you know? So I highly encourage you guys to check it out, because the reason that I do that is I'm not trying to make money off of it. I'm not trying to monetize it. I'm not trying to get famous for it. Honestly, the way I see it is we're hanging out. We're a group of friends that we have fun playing video games. Just good old wholesome fun. And if you want to be a part of it, if you just want to be a freaking fly on the wall and just sit there and watch and just take it in, and if that fulfills your social need, join us. Come say hey. Pass through. I encourage you to do so. That's the whole reason I do it, because I've had people reach out and say, yo, like just knowing that there's something going on and that there are people hanging out that I can be a part of the group, that's been helping me. And that's the whole reason I do it. Like I said, I'm not trying to monetize it. I'm not trying to get famous from it. But if an audience shows up and like, you know, people start flocking to it and they enjoy it, then more power to them. I'm not going to say anything to that. I just want people to, you know, feel good. I want to kind of ease the burden a little bit, because I'm connecting more and more with people on these platforms. And honestly, I'll probably start doing YouTube live streams as well. I don't know about what, but I'll probably hop over to this platform soon enough. Instagram is just so easy because all I have to do is open up my phone, swipe up, hit live, boom, I'm there. But yeah, no, I've been live streaming like, oh God, like every other day. Keep that in mind if you're looking for something to do. I don't really have any other talking points other than that. I probably do, it's just I can't think of them. This is a very disorganized video. This was more of a rant, but I just wanted to be open and transparent with you guys. Also, I make podcasts as well. So if you're looking for podcast episodes to listen to about random topics where I completely just spew anything, I'll drop that link in the description below as well. So if you could listen on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, whatever. I'm going to stop self-plugging, but honestly, the moral of the story here is keep the social. Just physically distance yourself from people. Keep the social. Because right now, we need the community more than ever, because every single facet of life has been impacted by this. And if we could make this easier to manage, then by all means we should. Work smarter, not harder, and be smarter about your stupid. That's all I gotta say. It's my life motto, be smart about your stupid. It just kind of applies to everything. But that's really all I got, guys. So if you're new to the channel, consider hitting the subscribe button, and stay safe, stay healthy, and check me out on Instagram. Check out the live stream.